I thought the nightmare was over. But I should know, it never ends. I thought I'd seen the end of KISS players. However, I recently managed to come across the predecessor of that series, and that is Information Administration Teletraan 15 Go-Go. In July of 2005, Takara released a 26-volume manga that was contained in issues of the Japanese monthly magazine Denkeki Hobby, all the way until August of 2007. The series was written and illustrated by Yuki Oshima. Is it as bad as KISS players? I'm going to just say outright no. It doesn't even come close. But it's still... God damn it, Japan. What is the series about? Well, it follows the adventures of Teletraan 15, a humanoid robot created to be an extension of Teletraan 1, who is also a complete idiot, and her commander, Black Panther Man, who is totally not evil and totally not Ravage. And the two travel through space and time collecting information about the Transformers across the years. She's also accompanied by Teletraan 10, someone who doesn't ever shut the hell up. Alright, sounds like a harmless enough concept. What could go wrong? Now, while 26 volumes sounds like a lot, each of these are only about a page long per volume, so it's not that bad. The first volume begins with Optimus Prime discovering that Teletraan 1 had been tampered with, and as a result a large amount of valuable data on the Transformers is missing. The Autobots panic and a message is sent to the mysterious Black Panther Man, who then selects Teletraan 15 and 10 to recollect the missing information. This basically sets up what the entirety of the series is. Random skits with Teletraan 15 encountering Transformers from across various points in time. 15's first stop is Perceptor, who witnesses him being very friendly with a microchip. Like, Perceptor is giggling about the microchip having a checkup. I've never seen this side of Perceptor before, and I'm not sure I ever want to again. Perceptor then notices her and proceeds to drive her around in his tank mode. There's totally nothing suggestive going on in this scene. No, nothing at all. The following volume is where things get weirder. 15 travels to the future and runs into Wheelie, who proceeds to lift up her skirt. Yep, really. I'm sorry. Wheelie then has his face smashed in by Teletraan 10 as punishment, and rightfully so. Then she kicks 15 for being careless and Wheelie runs away. What a thrilling tale. The real question though is why 15 is travelling into the future to find information when she's supposed to be travelling into the past. Then Cup shows up and begins telling 15 stories about their adventures together, before realising that he doesn't know her and drives off. I'm serious, that's the whole volume. Volume 5 and 6 sees 15 running into and interacting with a Micromaster Hot Rod, which is all cute and in good fun. You know what? Maybe I was wrong about this series. It isn't so bad. Sure, it has this, but it's just cutesy fun overall. I don't think Teletraan 15 Go-Go should be on ruin forever. And then Galvatron appears and fires a massive blast of destruction that almost kills Hot Rod, and then he bites 15's arm off with his teeth he shouldn't have, and then Galvatron strangles Hot Rod before a giant friggin' Star convoy appears and battles Galvatron until 15 passes out, and then spends another volume in recovery. And you wanna know something ironic? This volume was released on Christmas. Deck the halls with the blood of your enemies, fa-la-la-la. As 15 is struggling from mental and physical trauma, Blaster attempts to cheer her up, and gives her a tape filled with music. And guess what was on the tape? Depressing music. That's just dark. The next volume sees 15 back in action, and discovering that in 2006 the Earth Defense Command would create a new special force. The KISS players. No, not again, please. No. 15 returns to the future, though is somehow knocked out. When she wakes up, she runs into Steeljaw, who is protecting her. Jetfire shows up and warns her that the area is about to become a battlefield, and so they escape. Well, that's not bad of a plot. Oh, and then Teletraan 10 claims that Steeljaw has a fondness for the smell of girls and a tendency to rust in public. Okay. The next volume sees Teletraan 10 discovering via security footage that the Black Panther Man was the one who tampered with Teletraan systems in the first place. What? You mean the mysterious Black Panther Predacon who totally isn't Ravage is evil? No way! 10 and 15 go to confront the traitor, only for Starscream to suddenly appear and possess Teletraan 15. Oh, this can't end well. Starscream manages to find out about the KISS players from Teletraan 15's data tracks. Sorry. And heads to Earth, possessing Atari, the KISS player. And what was the first thing he did when he got to Earth? I'll give you a minute to guess. You won't get it. He goes to the toilets. Japan. And when Starscream leaves, he begins threatening the Kiss players. But no one can take her seriously because she didn't pull her underwear up because Starscream doesn't know how to use toilet. What? Mom, no, I'm recording for a video. From here on, the story basically becomes about the Kiss players. God, why? With no explanation whatsoever, Glit, Rosanna, and Sundor, basically the rejected repaint group no one's heard of, appear on the space station with Teletraan 10, and though she tries to get rid of them, the anti-transformer field around Earth prevents her from doing so. Teletraan 10 then finally confronts Ravage about the incriminating footage she found of him, though he doesn't admit to it. Then a conveniently timed wormhole appears and 3 objects fall down to Earth. These 3 objects find their ways to the Kiss players, and then one of them forces the girls to kiss him. Then, with no explanation whatsoever, the Kiss players, orbs, and the Autobot ship Brave Maximus goes hurtling through space and time, and all of a sudden must collect all spark fragments from the Autobots by, guess how, kissing them. So the players and the new Sparkbot partners, who also came out of nowhere, proceed to steal a kiss from Optimus Prime in 1985, Rodimus from 2010, and Fortress Maximus in 2011. Back in the normal timeline, everyone's freaking out about the Kiss players' disappearance, while everyone outside of Japan is celebrating, and then Ultra Magnus appears to introduce more confusing plot into the story. Then a lot of confusing crap happens that I couldn't explain if I tried, including Vector Prime showing up, and then Primus is also there and reveals that the Allspark fragments aren't actually Allspark fragments, and that they're instead making Unicron more powerful. What? Then the Sparkbots are evil now, and attempt to revive Unicron, but are then sealed away by Primus, and the Kiss players return to their normal timeline. Did I mention Primus looks like this for some reason? Finally, we return to Teletraan 15 and 10, who I admit I've been missing a bit. And we find out that Ravage is keeping 15 prisoner. The Kiss players appear and save her, and 15 then destroys the disc that she's been collecting information on, thus negating the whole purpose of this entire series. Then they use a transwarp cruiser to go back in time when they arrive in 2005 before Ravage tampered with Teletraan 1. It turns out, the Black Panther Man's plan all along was to alter the time stream and stop any more unnecessary conflict. Ravage bites 15's ankle, but she manages to use her buzzsaw arm, did I mention she had a buzzsaw arm? To cut her own ankle off and shove her buzzsaw into Teletraan 1, causing the computer to lose valuable information. See what they did? It all came full circle by the end. Now that was clever. Then Ravage says he's impressed by the girls and leaves. The end. That's literally the end. Even though they probably broke the time stream. So, what are my thoughts? Well, it is nowhere near as bad as Kiss players. The worst Teletraan Go-Go has is some jokes about Starscream not pulling up his underwear. Kiss players has... well, let's not get into that. When I began research on this video, I expected 15 Go-Go to be just as bad as its successor, but overall 15 Go-Go is just harmless fun. The concept of the plot is interesting, and while it could have been executed better, the whole series was satire and not meant to be taken seriously. My biggest nitpick is the strange contrast between the chibi cute girls and the giant alien robots of death and destruction. A normal issue with Transformers shows and comics is that the human characters take away from the action, but in this it's sort of the other way around. The Transformers take away from the comedy of the series. We get brief glimpses of brutal action that the Japanese are so well known for, and it causes the tone of 15 Go-Go to be aimless. I'm not sure which direction the story is supposed to be going in. One minute Wheelie lifts up 15's skirt, and the next Galvatron bites her arm off. Is it supposed to be funny or taken seriously? However, unlike its terrifying sequel, Teletraan 15 Go-Go uses these inappropriate scenes in a humorous way, and doesn't linger on them. They're just there for comedic effect, and I'm sure someone out there found them funny, even though these girls look definitely underage. While a little more inappropriate than some of the other Japanese Transformers manga out there, it was still completely tame in comparison to what was to come. Overall, the series just doesn't feel like a Transformers story. It just feels like the Transformers were forced into it, which is strange because the plot couldn't work without the Transformers elements, and yet it feels like it could go without them. While 15 Go-Go is nonsensical in itself, the strange transition to a Kiss Players themed story near the end of it was even stupider. The Kiss Players segment was basically a summation of the events of the Kiss Players radio drama, but it was awkwardly forced into the story without much need to. While it's hard to vouch for 15 Go-Go's plot, it didn't need the Kiss Players at all. It could have continued without it. To give it credit where credit is due, the art is great. All of the Transformers are drawn to be the exact design of the toys, to fantastic results. 15, 10, and the other humans look great and kind of adorable, and it's interesting how the artist can create this mix of badass action and cute human characters. To summarize, while the concept of little girls traveling through space and time to collect information on giant alien robots sounds completely ridiculous, Teletraan 15 GoGo contains enough ridiculousness to work. It's a fun little journey and overall definitely wasn't as bad as what I was expecting, or the monstrosity that followed. While heavily flawed, 15 GoGo is not meant to be analysed. It's just fun and silly, and that's okay. It does have quite a bit of charm to it. However, if any of you are interested in reading it, good luck. It's near impossible to find. I admit myself that I haven't been able to read the whole series. A majority of what I know comes from plot summations, so some of my analysis may be incorrect. While it's very difficult to tell who this is aimed at, considering the underwear jokes and the occasional violence, I think Information Administration Teletraan 15 GoGo is alright, and despite some of the crude humour, I kinda like it. But because it has the Kiss players in it, it's going on the list. Friggin' hate the Kiss players. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to stay tuned for future videos. I wanted to give a big thank you to my friend Lylandor for doing the research for this video. I was too traumatized after doing Kiss players, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of the Ruined Forever playlist, and of course vote in the poll to let me know if you want Ruined Forever to branch out to other series such as Bionicle. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Diamond Vault out.